So here's the maze. I think just for the fun of it, let's do it. Excuse me, ladies. Coming through. Oh, look at this. I have to crawl through here. You can see all the years and millions of years of sediment. Hi there. So today I'm off for a hike. I'm going to be flexible with this one. I'm going to go to Branscombe via a bit of a weird route. You'll see why along the way. I'll wait until I get to Branscombe to decide should I go on further to Seaton. Title of the video will give it away. So anyway, I'm Rob. Got my tea drinkers on, which are my boots by the way, and let's go walking Devon. I'll put a link in the description of the route that I'm taking. It's going to be an approximate route and it'll be an Ordnance Survey map. The path I'm on, for argument's sake, isn't on the map. So you'll have to wing it if you want to follow this route. See, the primroses are out at the moment. Spring is starting to spring. And now look, some Lent rosums, daffodils. And that is Salcombe Regis just ahead. Just walking down the hill towards there now. The sun's coming out. Hopefully we'll see a bit more of that on this walk. We've had enough grey skies over the winter, but the paths are starting to dry out now, which is good to see. So I'm just here in the churchyard at Salcombe Regis. And it's a lovely old church, this one. So this tree here isn't in blossom yet. I think it'll take another month yet. It's a beautiful cherry tree. I think it's cherry, but it's got some beautiful white blossom. Yeah, it's just starting to bud now. Won't be long. Lots of Lent rosums here as well. Yeah, it's a pretty little churchyard. Okay, let's crack on. I like walking up this little road here because some of the buildings here are really nice. But there's just some lovely cottages up here that are very Devon-like. So there's a little bit of road walking on this route, not much, but quickly come to this path. Oh, there's sheep in this field today. Oh look, they've been yawning. If you didn't watch my video on Devon words, yawning is lambing. Now I do actually walk this route quite often, this section anyway. This is the route that I normally take when I go to Dunscombe. Through, let's turn you around. So, just got this double gate here. And normally I would go that way, but I'm actually heading this way towards the donkey sanctuary today. So they've just recently put this in, redone the gates, and they're much better gates now. Used to be a bit of a tight squeeze through here. And they've also put something down the ground as well, because it was very muddy while they were doing it. But thankfully, they've put those, what would you call them? Rubber, plastic kind of tiles in there, which is good. I like that. So here we are at Donkey Sanctuary, just at the entrance. It's pretty quiet today, hardly anybody here. It's a Thursday. Let's open this gate for them. That's my good deed for the day. It's a little place you can donate. Oh, he's happy. I think he knows he's getting fed. So that's the actual main entrance there. It's a lovely cafe there. So I had a cream tea there recently. It's very nice. But I'm going up this way. We actually had some donkeys out today. Been out here recently, and I think they've been stabled during the winter because there weren't any to be seen. But they're out now. Good to see. It's pretty quiet today. It's a weekday, and it's It's not half term or anything, so but come on a weekend. This place is, especially on the sunny days, very busy. It's good to see. There's a little gift shop here. Sells lots of things. I noticed that they've got some wool socks in there, Donkey Sanctuary branded. But as I've said before, I've got so many pairs of wool socks I don't actually need any. But maybe one day when they wear out. A little ice cream hut there. Very nice in the summer here. Must come out and do a video here in the summer. Looks like they're getting ready there, prepping the place for the summer season. They do talks here between at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. There's usually a donkey or two in here. Oh look, they're on the other side. They're on the other side waiting to come in. If it's their feeding time. So they've got 197 donkeys and mules here, and in their care across Europe it's 4,472. But there's nearly 62 million donkeys and mules worldwide. Quite a few, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going up here. I'm going to head towards the maze. Ooh. Very flowery. So here's the maze. I think just for the fun of it, let's do it. Quite a good maze actually. Right, now there's a trick to a maze. What you do is you keep the wall to your right all the time. Now it does mean you end up walking a little bit further, but it does mean that you always find the middle and you always find your way out. So I've got to follow this around here to the right. Anyway, let's fast forward this. And here we are, ta-da, the middle. Congratulations, you've reached the middle of the maze. Enjoy a well-deserved rest. Well, I think I might. Oh, there we go. Okay, well that was a bit of fun. I do enjoy a maze. Now, years ago when I had Pepper, I was up Mussel's Moor and he'd always, when we walked past this path, he'd always try and pull me down it. I said, well, we'll do that another time. And unfortunately, there wasn't another time. So it taught me a lesson, that did. Now, so whenever I see a path now that I haven't done before, I do explore it, with the exception of the one the other day, because I was running out of time. Now, normally, I'd go across this road here, you see, and I'd not go up this way. So let's turn you around. I'd not go up this way. So I discovered something by going this way. So you'll get to the end here. You just have to follow the corner around and keep on walking straight ahead. Again, it's another long straight. So when you get here, you'll notice it by the 3 gates. Just want to follow this route down here in this direction. So on the far side, there's a gap here, and I just wanted to show you what I found the other day, and I never knew this existed. But it's the Oak Down Reed Bed Conservation Area. Quietly please, so I will be quiet, because there's a hide up here, and there might be somebody in it. This looks like what they call a bug hotel, I think. Give an opportunity for some bugs, and that'll be food for the birds, I guess. Here's the hide. There's nobody in here. Now, last time I was in here, Blue Tit was in here, stuck. I managed to get it out, but yeah, there's the reed bed. There's nothing there, but there's a bird feeder there. Let's crack on with our walk, because it's getting late and I haven't even gone to Branscombe yet. No, I just wanted to show you that. I thought it was quite interesting. And also, it's always nice to find new things, isn't it? Even though they're on your doorstep, virtually. Oh well, never mind. So anyway, how are you getting along? Got any plans for summer? I decided I'm not going to make any plans. because whenever I make any plans, something always goes wrong. So I'm just going to take each walk, each hike, each video as it comes. We'll see how it goes. I'd have got some ideas, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm just back to where I was usually cross over. Well, it's a little bit further up, but it's essentially the same. But I've just got to cross over this road, it's okay. It's an easy one to cross, no traffic today. And then just follow this around here, down to, well, right over the other side there. And that'll take me to Weston, where I'll join the coast path there. So yeah, just at the end here, once you leave the donkey sanctuary, little gate just here at the end, which takes you into Weston. So a little bit of a road walk, it's not far, it's only about 100 yards. There's always a lot of flowers here in the summer. There's a few here now. I think, what are those ones? Is that wild leek, I think? Some primroses, some pansies. There's lesser celandine, and some daffodils, Lent rosums. Anyway, once you get down here, you take a right. There's a car park just here to your right, and this is where we can get a footpath down to Weston Mouth, then we'll join the coast path just down here. So it says here on this sign, this woodland was planted by the Year 7 pupils of Sidmouth College and Sidmouth Rotary in January 91. So Year 7, also 11-year-olds in 91, born in 80, so they'd be 45 now. So yes, this path would take you down to Weston Mouth. Now Weston is a nudist beach, so if that's your thing, you can go down there. So first glimpse of the sea in the distance. Join the coast path soon, but not quite yet. Now over that side, don't know if you can see, but that's Dunscombe over there. I do like that walk. But yeah, this is the path I need to go up now. I do like this section here. So you're high up and you've got a lovely view of the bay here, Lyme Bay behind me. Now let's spin you round. There you go. Bit of sun over there. Now, last year I was walking this path and this man, wearing no clothes apart from a pair of trainers, came walking towards me on this path. Now, as I said before, the nudist beach is down there. That's one thing. I wasn't very impressed walking along the path because there could be women and children walking along the path. In fact, there was a woman a little bit further on. I warned her about him. Apparently he does it quite a lot, so just be aware of that on this particular section, okay? That's certainly not today. I doubt he'd come out on a temperature like today. But if it's a nice sunny day, just be aware that that might happen. Nice view down there of, well, just past Sidmouth. Got Ladram Bay there. So there's been a recent cliff fall here, and the path has had to be redirected away from the cliff edge, and it goes just up through here. Now, the diversion doesn't take you far off the coast path, and it rejoins the coast path a little bit further on. Now, I'm not entirely sure. When it first was done, you had to go around that side, but I think, by the looks of it, you go up through this way now, because I'm seeing some tracks on the floor. So yes, there's been quite a number of cliff falls along this section now, from, well, Charmouth all the way down to Budleigh Salterton. There's one at Sidmouth on the Jacob's Ladder Beach, and there's another one just at the bottom of Peak Hill, and yeah, this one now as well, and obviously that one over in Ladram Bay, which I talked about last year. So there's been a lot of cliff falls here recently, and the path is ever changing, so But there's always a diversion, and just hope that there's no cliff fall while you're actually walking the path. Fingers crossed. The odds are very, very slim. Unfortunately, it's not zero. At the end here, you can just get through the gate. This was a path anyway. That's a footpath, takes you to road out there. That's the old path. But anyway, we go this way now. This has dried up quite a lot. It was very muddy. You can see what it's like. It's a little bit muddy there now, but it's dry over this side, so that's okay. It was very muddy. I came out here, and it was really difficult going. Sort of all those micro adjustments as you're trying to stop from slipping over, and it just gets really tiring. But anyway, you can smell the pig farm over here now. Just over across there, there's the styes. Now, pig farms have a very distinctive smell. When you grow up in Devon, you get used to the smell of the cows. It's you actually end up finding it a little bit pleasant, to be honest with you. You don't mind it so much, but the pig farms, it's a bit of more of an acrid smell. I think it's more ammonia in it or something. But yeah, you can definitely smell the difference between a pig farm and a cow farm. Obviously, sheep don't really have a smell, so that's okay. But yeah, there's normally sheep in this field coming up ahead. But I'd say those pigs are pretty well looked after. They've all got a nice field there, free range, and a sty out there. So yeah, it's good. Don't know how much of that you can see though. I'll zoom in a little bit. What I will say on this path, just be aware, sometimes sheep get out on it. So if you've got a dog, keep your dog on the lead, because there's basically it's a sheer drop off the edge there, and you don't want either farmer's sheep going off over the edge or your dog. So yeah, this section, just make sure it stays on the lead. It's just my advice. I mean, there might not be sheep on here, but I've been out here loads of times, and there's 2 or 3 times there's been sheep that managed to get through the gate up ahead, because well, it's not a very good gate, and they get through quite easily. In fact, if you look at the bottom of this gate, I've added something there to stop sheep getting in under, but that doesn't stop people leaving the gate open, of course, because there's no latch on this, but it seems okay. It might solve the problem. So yeah, there's loads of gorse here. Right out in the distance there is Portland Bill. At this angle it looks like an island, but it is just the end of Portland Bill there. But yeah, all this gorse, or furze as it's also known as. Strong smell of coconut at the moment. It's lovely. Gorgeous. There's a little residence here. It's just a wooden hut, I think, or a caravan or something. A lovely view they got. It's Shield stamps. I remember Green Shield stamps. Remember the Green Shield stamps? I think, was it the co-ops that used to do them? I used to collect them when I was a kid, and used to have this little booklet, and every time you went shopping you got some stamps, and you stuck them into the book, and once you filled up the book, it used to be almost like an Argos catalogue, not as thick as an Argos catalogue, but a little catalogue of things you could exchange them for, some goods. I remember I used to save them up, and I bought, it's one of those Matchbox tracks that you could run your cars along. I can't remember what you called them, and they had a double loop on them. You could race your cars on them. I was a big fan of Matchbox cars when I was a kid. Oh, I wish I still had them actually. They're probably worth something now. Oh, never mind. She's having a right old munch on that bit by the path. I'll walk right by her. Excuse me, ladies. Coming through. Oh, there you go, a good old munch. Oh, she's having an old scratch there. Hello. So, there we go. Lovely view of the bay there. Count's Bum. This is it a Bronze Age or Iron Age? I can't remember. I think it's Bronze Age. Find out in a bit. I'll put it up on the screen. But that there, I can't remember if it's a barrow can, but it actually looks like a quarry, doesn't it? But I think that's a barrow there. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research when I get home. It was a few years ago I made a video about this. Walk out to here and talked about all the earthworks here. And I've probably forgotten it all. So anyway, I hate this section. Yeah, so the reason I hate this section is because it's a sheer drop just there and I suffer from terrible vertigo. So, you see that? Now let's get you right extended on the stick, and there you go. I really don't like it. Not my favourite. Let's get there. But there's a bench up here that I'd like to sit on, all the same. Very open here. Keep your dog on the lead here. Again, there's no fencing here. And it's a sheer drop. You're talking, I don't know, here, probably about 500 feet, I guess, off the edge there. Yeah. I don't like it myself. But yeah, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Nothing better than being out here. Just noticed along here, path, this has been cut down. Don't know if they plan on putting something there, maybe a bench. Don't know. Because they've cut down the hedgerow there as well, so there's a view. I don't like going to the edge here, but I'm going to have a look. I don't like this. Don't like it. Honestly, my vertigo is terrible. This is not an ideal place for me. Oh well, never mind. So weird. It's such a weird feeling. Almost like you're feeling you're sucked into it. It's like it's being drawn into it. It's a horrible feeling. I hope you don't suffer from vertigo. I always feel sorry for people who suffer from seasickness. I'm lucky that I don't suffer from that. Mind you, I'm usually up at a higher point more often than I am going across the sea. Maybe I should have been a sailor. Oh, there you go. There's a nice view for you. Jurassic Coast in all its glory. Yeah, here's the bench that I'm on about. I'm going to sit down here. Pack off. Have some water. I'm a bit thirsty. So this is still part of the Berry Cliff camp. Make out some earthworks here. That whole area was the camp apparently. So the cairns on the other side of that hedge were separate to the camp here. So here in the next field along, I don't know if you can see, there's earthworks there. Also continuation on from the camp. So this must have been a very big camp at one stage. Probably quite a few people, families living here. It's a good vantage point for protection around here. You got Blackberry Camp just over there on the other side. So there's quite a few camps around here. Whether they existed all at the same time, nobody actually knows. There's certainly a lot of activity in here in the past. So when you get to here, Fluff's car park, normally I would go down that way, but this is the path that I've never been down. I had a brief look, but I didn't go down it. Obviously it goes down to the beach. So I'm going to go down to the beach and walk along the beach to Branscombe. high tide is, I think it's 7 o'clock. What time is it now? Let's have a look. It is, oh, it's 10 to 3 already. Okay. Time has flied. Time has flown. Speak English. So, yeah, I'll be all right walking along the beach. I don't think the tide comes up that high anyway, but I'll be fine. But yeah, so this is the first for me. Always nice finding a new path. Let's carry on down here and see where this ends up. There's a sign there saying beach. And is it pointing to the right or going down there? What do you reckon? I reckon that goes up there. I reckon it's down. I'm going to go down here. Oh, it's steep. Oh, okay, so it's right turn to the beach. Oh boy, I'm having to crouch right down for this. Oh dear, this isn't easy to get through. And right, okay, I'm going to stop for a second here. So yeah, let's have another attempt at this. I basically just took my jacket off because, well, in situations like this, where there's lots of brambles around, and I'm having to literally crawl through here. Because that's why I've got a new jacket, if you haven't noticed, is because my last one, I tore to shreds doing something like this. As you can hear, oh, there we go. Okay, oh dear, made it through. Right, okay, so this is turning into quite an obstacle course. Let's go through here. Oh, look at this. Same again. Big old brambles here. Oh, I probably shouldn't have come this way. Curiosity got the better of me though. I have to crawl through here. Oh dear, I'm not crawling over. Oh, tell you what, maybe I should bring some secateurs with me in future. Things like this. Oh. Right. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah. Whatever you do, don't come this way. Oh dear. Okay. Still pretty high up. There's still quite a long way to go. I've misjudged this. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, there's still miles to go. Alright. It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound. So, let's see what happens. Let's hope it just gets better. Oh, there's a bench here. Pop seat, it says. Oh, I'll sit here for a second. Gather myself. It's a nice view here, though. You would never have known this bench was here if you didn't come down that path. Bring a scythe with you. Where's a pair of secateurs? Okay, so last section, by the looks of it. Okay, here we are, out on the beach. Along the shoreline a bit. bit easier walking along here. I assume I walked to Branscombe along this bit. Can't actually see, it's a bit rocky over there. Might be a bit of a struggle. But the sea is just so calm today. Look how lovely and calm it is. Lovely and gentle. Bit of a cliff fall here. The size of those chunks, they're huge, they are. Much bigger than me. Now there's water coming down there. I mean, technically, we would call that a chine down here, which is a waterfall, which is basically some water running off the edge of a cliff like that. The Devon term is a chine. Said this before, coming out of Ottery St Mary, you go up a hill called Chine Way, and that road basically takes you to Seaton, further on the coast here, which is there's a chine there, although it's not active anymore. That's Branscombe in the distance there, which is where I'm heading. And then once I'm there, I'll make a decision on what I'm going to do. So just round the corner there, from when I was walking along the beach, Branscombe's just up ahead now. This is where the large pebbles are. So, a bit of an obstacle course to get through, but not that bad, not difficult. Just pick a route. Now I'm going to go this way. These stones are so weathered, really smooth. Anyway, there you go, just got through it. Not a problem. You can really see the layers here in the rocks. This is very much like, I don't know what this is. This is quite hard, it's quite soft stone. You can see all the years and millions of years of sediment of the sea. Just here. To a geologist, this would be fascinating. But yeah, it's something that's a bit quartz-like. Very interesting stone. And there's the oyster catchers again. Sorry guys, I keep disturbing you. Yeah, I won't disturb them anymore, they're off back down there where they were before. What a gorgeous day. It's always important just to stop and take a moment. When we walk, we always have a destination, or I certainly do in my head. But it was with Pepper again. He used to always stop, go for a walk. And what is that out there? Is that a sea lion? I know you can't see it. There's something floating. It's just gone underneath. So, oh, there we go. Something poking its nose up. Is it a dolphin? Or a porpoise? Really can't tell. It's gone now. There's definitely something there. Sea mammal of some sort. Keep an eye out for it. So it just goes to show you how important it is sometimes to just stop and take in the view, because I would have missed that. But it's always nice to see some wildlife like that, some mammals, isn't it? This just caught my eye on the beach. I think it's from a bit of pottery. Feels like a pebble stone, it's quite hard, but there's 3 lines going through there, very uniform. I think there's a very piece of old pottery, possibly. Oh, what do you think? I'll return to where it once came from. Just had to put my jacket on, it's getting a bit cold. This is a new jacket I had to take off because of all the brambles. I'd actually ripped my last one to shreds. But yeah, this is a Foreclaz MT500 from Decathlon. Really good value, it's £90. And it's responsibly sourced down. So I think it's excellent value, it's very warm. The only criticism I've got is this pocket here. a little bit tight for my phone. You've got a large phone. You might not be able to fit it in there. But it still fits in there. So. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I've had it a few months now, I think. Anyway, let's crack on to Branscombe. I still haven't decided if I'm going to catch the bus home from Branscombe yet or carry on. I could carry on to Seaton. Haven't made my mind up yet. I'm so indecisive. But I kind of like that. You know, you shouldn't have a set plan always when you go for a walk. I think you should have several options. Also, several options where you can bail out on your walk if you, like, for any reason, you might pull a muscle or something. So it's not a bad idea to have options when you plan a route. So this is a sea shanty on Branscombe Beach here. It's apparently, somebody just said it was closed at 3:30. I didn't even think it was open for the season yet. But yeah, it's a nice place to stop and grab a drink. What I wanted to show you was background here. So yeah, just around the back here at the sea shanty, you can fill up your water bottles here, which is very handy. It's just here by the toilets. I just thought I'd show you that. So if you're doing this walk and you run out of water, you can at least grab some water from there. If you didn't want to stop in there for a cup of tea or whatever. Now, decisions, am I going? Should I stay or should I go? So actually, I just had a chat with a guy there who works for the sea shanty. And yeah, it's open now, actually, open today. So it's open till 3:30 at the moment. And then it's open till 4:30 as the summer season starts. So there you go. So that's it for now. I've decided I'm going to catch the bus back to Sidmouth. I'm really low on battery. And I wanted a bit more battery for what's left of the walk. Bit of a misjudgment on my behalf. I think it's because I've been filming too much and waffling too much. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my waffling on this walk. And until next time, take care.